Hi everyone, it's Lisa Brown with InkandInspirations.com. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And in this video I wanted to make this simple and sweet card using the His Grace stamp set that is in the 2019 Occasions catalog from Stampin' Up! This set is retiring. It is beautiful with some beautiful sentiments, and I wanted to share a simple card with you. I have been making cards to send to people at our church. I have a card ministry, and so this is one that I designed that I will be sending, and it's using a retiring in color, some retiring designer paper, but be assured you could use whatever colors that you have on hand. And I've got a little bit of coloring with our Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers, and you know, you could put it together. Just the stamp set would be easy to create a card such as this one with supplies you have on hand. So let's start off. I have a card base of Tranquil Tide, cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to give it a good burnish here at the 4 1/4 mark. I just folded it in half. And then I have a piece, and a surprising piece of designer paper. This is from the classic Garage Designer Series paper stack, 6 by 6 in the Occasions catalog, and it has some beautiful colored pieces on the reverse side of these tools and motors and card images, and you can use this for so many other different things. And that's going to layer over top there. And I have a piece that I've already pre-cut. This is from the Delightfully Detailed Laser Cut Specialty Paper. This is in the annual catalog. It's also retiring, I believe. And it is going to be my border across the front here. Now what I've done is I've cut it a little long to begin with so that I can trim off the back. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that. I'm going to use just a little bit of liquid glue. Okay, and go sparingly so hopefully it doesn't come through the little openings there. Okay, now I failed to mention that on this paper, one side is Whisper White, one side you can see there is very vanilla, so you could use it with either of those neutrals when you're working with those on your cards. These also make great borders for scrapbooking too. Okay, so I'm just running my paper snips along the edge of the designer paper and cutting off the excess of that detailed laser cut. Okay, and then that's going to go right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put it over top. Again, some liquid glue. And there we go. All right, now I have some ovals cut from our layering ovals dies. I have a Whisper White piece. In fact, I believe that, yeah, it's shimmery white cardstock that I decided to use. And this one is Mossy Meadow. So that's going to layer over top after we do our stamping. And so let me just get my stamps. This is one of our new cling stamps, and they are very sticky. And when our new catalog comes out in June, every stamp will either be the cling mount, which is this red rubber, okay, or the photopolymer, which are the really clear see-through stamps. All right, okay, I'm mounting that on a clear block, and then I'll do the same for this one. And then I'm going to use some Memento black ink to stamp. And I'm going to put the verse here, John 3:16, and I'm going to justify it more toward the left side of this oval, okay? And so let me just stamp it here. Okay, and now we're going to ink up this single blossom from the stamp set. And again, that's His Grace from the Occasions catalog. And then I'm going to just go here and maybe not put the whole stem on there and just position this where it's like a little accent. Let me get that straight. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Now let me get my Stampin' Blends. Now I don't have Tranquil Tide, but I wanted to get something close, so I'm using Bermuda Bay. I've got the dark, and I'm just going to go in with that with a very light touch first. When you're coloring on shimmery white, it tends to want to bleed and spread a little faster. So you have to do a real light hand and try not to get too close to the edge, your stamped image, because it will go beyond where you've put the tip. Okay, so I'm going to leave that alone. I may, just to lighten up this part, I'm going to take my color lifter and just pull some of that up right there in the center. Okay, now I have a light Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to use that for the leaves and the stem. Alright, just tracing that down, and I'm just going to color these, and I think I may go in with my color lifter just a tad on those, so it's not, give it a little interest there. I'm just coming over the top, and you don't really see the effect of the color lifter until it dries. So use it and then let it dry and then go back if you want to. Okay, so that looks really pretty. We're going to mount that over top of this Mossy Meadow. And I chose the Mossy Meadow because I'm using a scalloped oval behind these that is from the Share What You Love Designer Series paper stack that is retiring. I love this paper. It's beautiful. All right, I'm going to, I think I'm going to go like this. There we go. So pretty. Now, that's going to go over top there, and I wanted that to pop out a little bit more from the background. So I'm taking my Tranquil Tide, but you could also use Bermuda Bay if you don't have Tranquil Tide, and a sponge dauber. Whoops. And I'm just going to ink that, and I'm going to sponge those little scallops. And it's just a slight difference, but it will make a difference, or I think it does. Just kind of defines those scallops, that edge. Okay, and there you go. Yep, it does make a difference. It sure does. All right, let's take some adhesive, and then we're just going to go over top like that. Okay, and I already have done the inside. I used Rejoicing in His Grace. I did the same flower again. This is just on plain Whisper White, and I am going to adhere that to the inside right there. Okay? All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Don't let this set get pass you by. It's beautiful. Okay, it's in the Occasions catalog, still available in the online store. Visit inkandinspirations.com, and if you use the host code when you're placing an order, I'll send you a little gift. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.